Brooklyn, Ben, Yaz and Darius boarded the helicopter and were on their way to Bison headquarters to put a halt to inhumane experiments Bison is conducting. Brooklyn shared her adventures and experiences with Suona Santos to her friends, as they were glad to have her back, especially Darius, who apologized for how he treated her way earlier, but she was way past it now. They were still on the way when the voice in the aircraft signaled an impact. On looking out, they realized a flying dinosaur was heading their way. Meanwhile, Kenji and Sammy were also heading to Bison headquarters to rescue Bumpy, but Kenji was worried because he didn't know how he would be able to convince Louis Dodgson, the CEO of Bison, to give them Bumpy. They arrived at the site where the integration event will take place and decided to wait there. Meanwhile, the Nubler kids were in panic mode as they pressed many buttons and accidentally called Bison. A female Bison official answered the call thinking it was Suona Santos, so Brooklyn had to impersonate her. Brooklyn knows Suona's personality, so she impersonated her, so well as the official assured them there would be no impact. Just as the dinosaur was about crashing into them, it suddenly stopped as the aerial repellent had been activated, but their fears were not over as the helicopter they were on will be landing at the middle of Bison headquarters. Kenji and Sammy were still waiting when Kenji spotted Louis Dodgson and charges towards him as Sammy followed. The integration event had begun as a massive T-Rex was released, as displayed, and they clapped. Louis Dodgson spotted Kenji and Sammy as he informed them of how the T-Rex will be able to live in harmony with other terrific dinosaurs. He was also surprised as to how they were able to attend the event without being invited, as Kenji told him that they had a business proposition for him. They were all terrified as the helicopter was about to land as they felt they would be captured, but as soon as the helicopter landed, no officials there seemed to care about them and did their own thing. They decided to act normal, but soon collided with some of the officials. They tried getting into the facility when Brooklyn heard a voice calling her Sydney. She realized it was Ernest from the DLN. Kenji was about negotiating with Louis Dodgson to purchase the allosaurus, which was Bumpy, for the sum of 10 million, but Louis Dodgson rejected the offer as he just collects dinosaurs but doesn't sell. So, Kenji had no choice but to blackmail him. Brooklyn was able to meet with Ernest, who told them how his grandma retrieved his trust fund, so he got a job at Bison. Ben was also able to help connect with him as Brooklyn tried using him. Brooklyn wanted him to help them get into the facility, but he refused because of the manner in which she abandoned them the last time, but Brooklyn was able to convince him that she did that to keep them safe. So Ernest changed his mind and decided to lead them to another entrance, but Darius wasn't really happy with Brooklyn because of how she manipulates people. Meanwhile, Kenji threatened to blackmail Louis Dodgson by revealing how Bison trained Atrociraptors to kill people, his dad being one of the victims, and also how a Pyroraptor escaped and terrorized a nearby village. Kenji stated all he had to do was to give them Bumpy and send them home, and he won't hear from them again. He agreed, and they shook on it. Stay tuned for more episodes of Jurassic World Chaos Theory, Season 4 on its mythical, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more mind-blowing recaps like this. Thanks for watching.